Wade from 08 to 11 was at least top 5 in the league. Agreed?
That's a fact, bro. D Wade is one of the most underrated players of all time. From what he did from his ring in 2006, where he carried the team, to his MVP, to him leading the league. Or D Wade don't got MVP, does he?
Nah, he was. They say he was robbed when Kobe won his MVP.
I meant the year where he won
People
the
say
scoring
that.
title.
That's
I
tough.
think so. Was that the Kobe year? I know one year. I think it was like 08.
If it's the year he led the league in scoring, that's 09.
09.
Yeah. To the
that
league,
year, my bad.
to that year, to even what he did on those teams with Braun. Now it's like obviously you go and play with Braun, your role's going to reduce like crazy. But don't act like 2 years before Braun got there that's when D Wade won a scoring title. Next year he averaged 26. Next year he averaged 25. Braun gets there and he still averages 22. And that's the point I was actually making with if you're the second option on a team and you're scoring 22, D Wade was in no way, shape, or form terrible that year. So those rings count for D Wade. Steph's rings count. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you are the second best player and you're playing with somebody like LeBron of that nature, then yeah, bro, it for sure counts.
Brian Cloris sent another super chat. Jalen Green, best player in 5 years. God bless you.
I don't think Dwyane Wade is one of the most underrated players. I think he's properly rated. I think that.
Where do you rate him at? What's properly rated?
I think there's an
top
argument
3.
for
everyone has in top 3.
I think that there's an argument for
Shooting
he's
guard.
underrated when you're
Shooting
talking about
Shooting
great
guard.
basketball players.
In not even that though. I've heard people say Allen Iverson's better, and I've heard people say that James Harden is better. I've heard people have both of them ahead of D-Wade.
See, this is what you do, and this is what I hate. You can't listen to people who say that because that's an outlier outside of the general masses of everybody. When we talk about underrated, we're talking about underrated in the aspect of the general aspect of the NBA community. In the general consensus of the NBA community, Dwyane Wade is a top 3 shooting guard of all time. Mm-hmm. He's borderline top 20, top 25 players of all time. That's properly rated for me. That's where he belongs because the injuries I think that Dwyane Wade is sad to see. I think Dwyane Wade could have been way better than what he was, but injuries riddled his career, and injuries is the main factor of why we didn't see him at his full potential. So that's why I would sit here and say that. But Dwyane Wade is
we got
properly
10 crazy
rated.
years of Dwyane Wade though.
I don't think anybody really has James Harden over D Wade. I know people say that.
Dale does.
Like he don't mean
Dale
it though. He just be saying shit. He don't mean that. He don't mean
He'll
that.
come up here in my best Delaware impressions. He's better than him. I just think Harden clears Wade.
That's good, but that's what I'm saying. That's
I don't
the
care
same
what
thing.
you think. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. I think Harden clears Dwyane Wade.
That's the same thing they do on ESPN and Sports Center when they're just trying to get the views up. They just say shit, you know.
No, Dell 100% believes that. It's just Dell.
Look in the
Dell
chat.
has
Iverson over Wade.
Bro.
I'm not just pulling that out my black ass. I'm
See,
telling
but look,
you what
yeah,
I be hearing people
but the
say.
person who said Iverson over Wade
different.
has also said a lot of nonsense in the chat. So
I'm telling you, I've heard people argue. They tip my socks off that Iverson is better than Dwyane Wade, and that's another thing where I'm saying it's an argument you can make. I don't think it's an argument you can win, but it's an argument you can make. But furthermore,
I think that just means Iverson's more overrated than D Wade being underrated. If you're trying to argue he's better than D Wade,
that could be the case too. But my point is, where is Dwyane Wade ranked? What is a proper ranking for Dwyane Wade?
Dwyane Wade top 25.
Yeah, Dwyane Wade is a top. I say 18 to 25. I think that's a good spot for him, no matter what. And I think that's him being properly rated. Yo, did you see the Yo, can we talk about the Redeem team, yo?
Hold on, Dale. I mean, Doug, because I have a crazy, nasty take.
No.
Some of y'all might feel me. Some of y'all might not feel me. But in terms of Dwyane Wade's ranking, he's above Kevin Durant.
Oh my fucking
Dwyane
God.
Wade, as a basketball player of all time, when you factor in the accolades too, Dwyane Wade's a better player than Kevin Durant.
Someone brought this argument to the players.
Yeah, it was sleeping.
Okay.
So is he over Kawhi? Is he over Kawhi as well?
Right now, yeah.
Dwyane Wade?
If Kawhi wins this year.
If Kawhi
Kawhi's
wins
winning
this year
for sure.
Ooh boy. That's something I have to go back and reassess.
Ron, we're not gonna do this, bro. Like, we're not gonna do this. Why you just lying? You just lying to the fucking masses.
What am I lying about? Point out my lies.
Mark,
so I
you
can
want to take the
clarify
reins? You want me to take the reins? Where you want to go?
Y'all
Because
both
you gotta
do
get.
it since
This
I
about
don't-
be rush hour. This about be
get
rush
it.
hour. I'm about to go
What's
left.
the
And you about to go
accolade?
right.
Because you said if you include accolades, what's the accolades?
Yeah,
Is it the
I
one
mean,
extra
three,
title?
three finals MVPs or three finals, three
Yeah,
finals,
rings,
three
one
finals.
finals MVP.
Yeah, and then one finals MVP where and that's the one that I'm talking about right there. That one finals MVP right there is why I propel him over Kevin Durant, because he did it in a manner that Kevin Durant didn't do.
Oh my God!
That
He
was
won with
a
Shaquille
crazy
O'Neal.
ring. That was a
What was
crazy.
No, I'm not
Shaquille
gonna lie.
O'Neal.
Shaq is being underrated on that team. He wasn't great in the finals.
He was.
The
No,
whole
he was.
Eastern Conference
No,
run.
he was. I'm not
He
undermining
was-
Shaq.
I agree.
I'm not
I agree
undermining
with you,
Shaq.
Mars. I agree with you
So
on
what we
that.
doing right now? How is that enough to put him over
But he
Kevin
still
Durant?
he still carried him.
what he did?
D-Wade still carried him.
In the
He carried
finals,
them in the
in the
finals,
finals, he
bro.
carried the
He
whole
put on-
playoffs. The whole
he-
playoffs.
Nah, he didn't
He
carry
put on
them.
a
No.
Superman
Carry's being
performance.
used. Carry is being used way too strongly. Hakeem in 1995 is a carry. What D-Wade did through the whole run is him being the best player on the championship team. It's not
Yeah.
carrying a team.
Wait, 95 that's the second ring. He carried Clyde.
Yeah, Clyde wasn't the same Clyde.
No, he wasn't the same Clyde, but he was
Shaq
still
was
getting busy, though.
Shaq was still a top 10 player in the NBA. Clyde was
In 06?
yes.
Shaq was still top 6.
100% he was a
top
top 10
15
player in
easily.
the NBA.
Yes.
And
Wait,
05,
I mean, it's Shaq. It's Shaq.
05
I'm
was
not gonna argue
05
that.
was the year that he came second in MVP,
I'm not going to argue
and
that.
they would have made the finals if D-Wade didn't get hurt in the conference finals. So
Mhm.
that team
That's a fact.
was a good enough team to win, and that's because of D-Wade and Shaq. D-Wade didn't
I mean,
carry the team.
They
He was the
absolutely-
finals MVP, and he was the best player on the team.
But wait,
No,
let's
he-
not
he
stop
went-
there.
he
Let's
went
not stop
crazy
there
in the
because we
finals.
could do the same
Finals
thing with
MVP
Kevin
doesn't put
Durant.
enough.
Yeah, he
enough
went crazy in the
emphasis on
finals.
it.
Yeah, he went crazy in the
ballistic.
finals.
We could do the same thing with
With the
KD
free
because
throws.
what he did in the finals, he went ballistic as well in back-to-back years. Carried his. I could use the same shit. Carried his team to winning a championship. Look at what he did in the finals. This, and that. You want me to be nasty, Ron? That's how nasty.
I'm gonna do what y'all be doing. Dub, who was better, Shaq or Steph?
Steph.
All right.
Do we be
What
doing
you
that?
Yeah,
Like,
hell yeah,
over-
y'all be doing that.
Well, who did that? I didn't do that.
Yeah, I
I didn't
didn't-
do that.
Oh,
at all.
yeah.
I don't know. And
I
did
never
that.
did that. I never did that, bro. I never did that before.
All right,
That-
moving.
One ring can't be enough to put D-Wade over KD. Like
Ron.
KD's,
wait,
done
wait.
too much.
So what's more impressive, Wade's 3 rings or KD's 2 rings?
KD's 2 rings. Dwyane won with LeBron, bro.
I would say
See,
D-Wade because
Dwyane won.
The issue is I'm gonna say KD's 2 rings because KD being arguably the best player.
Y'all don't even mean that
I'm not.
shit. Y'all just
I'm
talking.
explaining why I mean it. KD being arguably the best player to most people, the best player on to again most people the best team of all time, and winning 2 rings on that team versus D-Wade being a clear number 2 on a failed super team, and then obviously the best player on a 06 squad. Like 06 holds a lot more weight than D-Wade's 2 rings compared to
that
KD's.
one ring in 06 holds more weight than Kevin Durant's than both of his rings.
Look, KD.
I disagree.
KD
The only way I would agree with that is if the Miami Heat team was actually trash.
Look, KD going to the finals and losing to the Heat holds more weight than those 2 rings he got with the Warriors.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.